Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your Spirit Guide Money and Career Message reading for you. Now, if this reading resonates, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. Just to note, this reading is not dated because whenever you come across it is the exact moment that Spirit wants you to hear this message. If you're interested in any of the cards, they are all in the description box below with the links to where you can get them. All right, let's dive right in now, Scorpio, and see what Spirit has to say. I'm going to be moving your Spirit Guide animal cards over to the side. These are going to be layered on top of the tarot, and they just work in tandem so beautifully together. Going to be moving down the botanical oracle cards, moving up the chakra and the tarot cards, and let's see what Spirit has to say, how Spirit unveils things. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Spirit Guide message, money and career, Scorpio. 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 Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. All right, this card right here, nourish. You see that? Give me a moment. There we go. And this one right here, clarity. You're nourishing what you desire and it brings you clarity. And there's also clarity that's coming to you that you are nourishing, feeding, understanding. Let's see. Spirit Guide message, money and career, Scorpio. 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 Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. This one right here, which is self-mastery. Ooh, you got two. You have dreams and spiritual awakening. That's intense. All right, so you have the solar plexus chakra, the crown chakra, and the third eye chakra shining through. Spirit Guide message, money and career, Scorpio. 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 Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Ooh, goodness. Okay. There we go. That is where everything fell. So that is where Spirit wants us to stop. At the center of everything, we have the King of Wands. That is fantastic. This is a money and career reading. So this is you in your career, really embracing your power, knowing your stuff. You are crowned by the Six of Cups. You then have the Six of Pentacles, the repeat of the number 6. It's talking about caring and nurturing. The 10 of Cups. Oh, that's beautiful. The Ace of Swords. The Hanged Man reversed. And the High Priestess. Then we have the 8 of Wands. The King of Swords, you are most definitely taking this gift. And the 3 of Wands. All right, so let's start with your chakra cards. We have self-mastery. You're really knowing yourself. You're really knowing your power, your truth. With spiritual awakening, you are seeing something different and more clearly here, Scorpio. You're seeing a truth about things. You're seeing a place that you want to stand. You're seeing a truth that you desire coming into. There is an awareness. There's awareness of yourself. And there is a walking into kind of your eyes opened now. There is something that is leading you forward. There's something more here that you are embracing. And a lot of this is going to come to you in your dreams. A lot of this is going to come, or you might sit there and be like, wow, this seems familiar. And then you'll be like, oh my gosh, I dreamt this last night. things like that. You're going to get it. You're going to be getting a lot of messages in your dreams, and you're going to be seeing a lot of synchronicity through your dreams, but also through your daydreams. So don't sit there and poo-poo, things that feel real to you but aren't, because it's almost like your mind is manifesting them first. No, that is what it is. Your mind is manifesting it first, and then the universe follows. So here, heal and cleanse your third eye chakra, also opening up your third eye chakra, making sure that you are seeing not only with your eyes, but with your soul and yourself. You're really emotionally connecting to things. That's going to be very important to you during this time with the third eye chakra. And then you can listen to a cleanse on YouTube, a chakra cleanse, or, just visualize the indigo or the violet, depending on what color you want it to be, of the third eye chakra, just being brilliant and clear. And then that leads you to spiritual mastery. That leads you to being able to see so much more and knowing the power of yourself, the power of your soul, the power of where you want to stand and what you desire creating in this world. It's kind of like you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, I know what I want to master. I know who I am. And there will be moments of that, or there will be a moment of that, but I see it more happening. It's going to happen throughout this time period, right? Where you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, this is the truth. This is what I've been waiting for. And you're going to have moments like that given to you during this time. And it's going to lead you towards a spiritual awakening, towards seeing where you truly want to be and what you truly want to develop, and kind of looking at things more broadly, looking at things in a bigger, more profound way. Yeah, healing and cleansing your solar plexus chakra, that beautiful golden, not golden, but yellow light, and then the crown chakra, which you can visualize as purple or as white, depending on which one you please. But just that those colors all being pure and vibrating so brightly around you. This leads you, oh goodness, I'm so excited to get to this reading. This leads you to nourishing yourself with the plantain. This leads you to nourishment, and it leads you to clarity with the wild rose. It's kind of like there is this beauty that you aren't expecting to things, and there's this clarity that comes to you that really nourishes you. It really helps you see the greater picture of what you're trying to puzzle out and the way you want to move forward. This leads you to the King of Wands. Now you have the King of Wands and the King of Swords at your heart. Amazing. Amazing. There is just such a sense of power to you during this time. And during this time, you are going to be a king. You want to be that actor upon that stage, that person who is seen. And you are. Your passion, your creativity, your determination is seen, and your mind is seen. Your mind is keen. The way you look at things, the way you dissect things, the way you work with the situation is amazing. Now, also know you're going to be a heavy hitter during this time. So as a heavy hitter, as somebody who can bring a lot to the table, you might come into conflict with other people who believe that they have a lot to offer too. And as I said, Spirit is saying they believe because some of them don't. They just don't. And you might find yourself really wanting to get into conflict with them because you can see that what they're saying, it's nonsense. And you don't have time for fools. Period. End of discussion. You don't have time for fools on the best of days. And you definitely do not have time for fools right now because there's so much that you want to achieve. There's so much that you're going after. There's so much that you're seeing here developing and growing and becoming that you're really not going to want to waste your time. But there is a sense here of both of you having to compromise, both of you having to bend and to give. Your greatest allies can be fire sign energies, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and air sign energies, Gemini, Libra, Aquariuses. All right, but these are also people who, they don't have to be an air sign or a fire sign, but these are people who you might find that you run up against, people who are very smart, who sit there and have a way with words. They might not be very smart, but they might be silken tongued, they just have a way with words. And people who are very driven, very, very passionate about what they're doing. This could lead to them actually having a bit of a bad temper, which is, again, something that you want no part of. And really, you're going to find that to be rather disgraceful. But the passion is fed, fire is fed by air, right? And the air is warmed by fire so that, everything just doesn't freeze, So here, there is the sense of you feeding your passion, you feeding your ideas, you feeding what you're developing, right? To make the bounty that you want, to bring the water down from the clouds, So here, there is such a passion and such a drive to you that you are going to find really moves you towards and really embraces you in your emotional truth, in the place that you want to stand, in the place that you want to be. And also know here that this is like the best time to get things done. If you have, things on your to-do list, this is the time to really hunker down and do them, Scorpio. You might need to take little breaks, and I would actually suggest taking little breaks in between things. Not that they become so big, but just little breaks to sit, to calm, and then get back to what it is that you need to do. And it doesn't matter what you do for a living. There is just a sense here of you being astoundingly good at it. I know I used to listen to readings and about careers, and when I wasn't on the right track, I I would feel like, oh my gosh, this is meant for somebody else. But they're not. They're meant for you whatever stage in life you're at. And Spirit wants me to make sure that I'm saying that, because there could be a few of you who are doubting. There could be many of you who are doubting. There could be one of you who is doubting. And Spirit is saying, stop. You really do have the power of kings inside of you. You really do have this power of prosperity and bounty and brilliance coming in. And I want you to be as determined as these two kings are. As, this is my throne, this is where I stand, and this is my truth. Period. End of discussion. I will not bend. Because you're not bending from your road of success. You will have to compromise with people. You will have to look at things a new way. But there is a throne, and you are claiming it. This then leads you to the Six of Cups. The prosperity that you wanted as a child, the dreams that you had, but it's also letting go of the negativity that was spoken over you, doubts and fears and apprehensions, and you're not good enough, and oh, how can you even be so silly, or we just don't do that. That type of thing. You're sitting there and you're saying, no, I'm filling my cup with water and flowers, and I am nourishing my dreams. I am nourishing my inner child. And as you nourish yourself, things become clear, because things start to change. You start to remember what it is that you truly desire, what it is that's really important to you, and you start to see a change coming in. You start to see power moving you forward. You start to see passion on your side. And as passion guides you, and as you move forward, clarity comes. And this is a clarity that you take. This is absolutely a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, that you most definitely take. It becomes a part of you. There is such a keenness to your mind during this time, Scorpio, that it is breathtaking. You know what it is that you want. You know what it is that you desire. And that's it. Period. End of discussion. You're going after it. You're going after it, and you are not only succeeding, but you're thriving. You're not surviving, you're thriving. And as you take this gift of awareness and of understanding, if you see here, the hand is holding not the hilt of the sword, but it's holding the blade of the sword. This cuts into you. This becomes part of your truth. And here, he holds the hilt of the sword. He's like, this is my truth. This is my power. This is where I stand. And I view this as he's like going to slam this sword down into the ground and claim this dream, claim this land, claim his rights. And that's what you're doing here. You're taking this knowledge, you're taking these ideas, and inspiration is going to be coming to you. Ideas, understandings are going to be coming to you, and you're claiming them. You're saying, yeah, you know what, that's right. And oh my gosh, I can look at it this way. So do be prepared, really, do be prepared to be bombarded by ideas, by new ways of looking at things. This is the self-mastery that's coming in. You're able to handle so much more energy pumping through you that you might need an outlet. I highly recommend, exercising, or, going for walks, or just doing something physical that will help keep this self-mastery in balance, because the energy that is flowing through you during this time is going to be really intense. And it's also going to help you center yourself with the spiritual awakening. And it's going to be easier in dreams for Spirit to speak, because it is so intense that it can become too much for you to hear during the waking hours. So just to let you know that. Because there is this intensity here, there is this force, there is this understanding, and it leads you to looking at new horizons. It leads you to saying, this is my passion, this is what I want, this is the payoff that I desire, this is the place that I want to be, this is the bounty that is coming into my life. And as you look at it in a new way, as you look at things not defeated, but as, okay, so Spirit is saying that for some, you feel defeated at times. I mean, that's everybody, right? And Spirit is saying some of you feel more defeated than others. But you're looking at things in a new light and in a new way. You're looking at things and you're saying, oh my gosh, I had thought I had to walk this road. I thought I had to do it this way. but you're going to start to see doors open. And they might not be they might not be doors that you ever thought you would walk through. And I don't mean anything bad. I just mean that life is taking you on twists and turns when it comes to your career and when it comes to the knowledge of what you want. That you're sitting there and this is the time where you start learning something new. And this is the time where you start incorporating more into your repertoire, into yourself, into your abilities. And you really start to see it pay off. You really start to see things changing. And people, this isn't you seeing everything differently from everybody else. People are going to be like, wow, Scorpio, that was really smart of you to learn, or that was such an insightful piece of information that you brought to the table, stuff like that. Or, wow, I never thought of setting up the display that way. That really does make it so much more profitable. Or I didn't think of linking this item with that item. That's a great sales tactic. Things like that coming in. And you're starting to see that people don't look at you. People were looking at you like, I don't understand. I don't understand where you're coming from. And now they're really starting to see where you're coming from, what you're building, why this was important. And this can make you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you very much like your mystique. All right, you will claim it again, most definitely. But this is saying that now is the time to really pitch those ideas. Now is the time to, head off on that endeavor that you've always wanted to do, because you're going to see the prosperity of it and others are going to see the prosperity of it too. I'm not saying that this is going to be a windfall. I'm definitely not telling anybody to quit their job and run off and do anything that will put them in a financially, unstable place. But I am saying here that you have this way of looking at things and you have this ability through kind of like a silken way with words. You can also be a little bit harsh. So do mind that about things, and you can get passionate. You can get overwhelmingly passionate about things too. Like your passion can just eat everything up. So just be mindful of that too. But you really do have a way of pulling people in during this time, which is really quite extraordinary, and it leads you to the Ten of Cups. It leads you to a completion of a cycle of your heart's desire, and you getting your heart's desire. Now, your heart's desire, what you need from spirit, what you truly desire, is not going to be what you wish for late at night. This is going to be something where it's like, it's a part of you that is so deeply entrenched in you that you might not even say it to yourself. And this is getting that happiness. This is also being able to provide for generations. Now, you might not want to provide for generations. That's totally reasonable. But there is a sense here of being able to have a bit of a legacy, even if it's not a monetary legacy. There is a sense of building something that is remembered, and that is beautiful. It's like you are working towards your immortality, because immortality isn't, simply living forever, though that does sound terrifying. I don't know why people want that, but it's having someone somewhere say your name with love, and that's it. Be very proud of what you have done. It's not awe, it's not fear. It's like, wow. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's like, wow. And it's just such a sense of grounding. It's such a sense of love and of understanding and of like, wow, this is what this person created. And you're going to be like, wow, this is what I created. In the here and the now. You're going to be blown away by it. And it's something that you love so much. It doesn't have to be wealth or fame or, the promotion in your career. It's really looking at things and saying, what do I want? What makes me happy? And how do I sustain that happiness? That leads you towards the King of Swords. You're realizing it, and you are claiming it with such, oh goodness, okay. And you are claiming it with such tremendous power and such tremendous truth that you start looking out, that you start seeing your passion, your career, your creativity branch out. You start looking at different avenues. You start looking at ways to expand. And you find them. You do. Even if your job is just to pay the bills. But there's something that you love tremendously on the side. This is where you start to see how to expand it, how to bring it to life, how to have that prosperity and that beauty shine through. The High Priestess, things that are hidden are coming to life. This is the veil being lifted from your eyes. This is seeing things more clearly. As you see things more clearly, you not only set firm boundaries, like you're like, no, I can't do this. Yes. no, I can't do this, yes, I can do that kind of thing, because there is a sense here with the Six of Pentacles. I see the Six of Pentacles as being pulled in many different directions and being overwhelmed and kind of overwrought at times. And then once you set up the firm boundaries, it's not only giving, but it's receiving. And it's saying, you have to have these firm boundaries to what you can do and what you can't do, because that's going to be what leads you forward. And as you see things more clearly, you walk into a connection with your spiritual self. In Scorpio, you're already very connected with the spiritual you. You and spirit are intertwined, and you know things so well. You know things so well. But it can still be overwhelming to walk into this knowledge, to walk into the wisdom of the High Priestess. So be gentle with yourself as you move forward. Be kind to yourself as things are unveiled, because it's going to lead to there being a change, to there being a shift in the matter, and you being strongly driven by this change to success, to new knowledge, to new understandings, to new outlooks on things. It can be new partnerships, new alliances made, kind of thing going on here. And it doesn't have to be in a big way. It can be like, wow, you see somebody who, I don't know exactly what it is that Spirit is saying, but it's kind of like you start to see that what you once thought was small really starts to become larger. You start to branch out. You start to see more of it. You start to see more of what you need, and divinity puts it in your path. Your spirit guide puts it in your path. So let's see what your spirit guide animal cards have to say. Spirit guide message, money and career, Scorpio. 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 Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Fantastic. And I'm just going to lay these out quietly. I love this. It's beautiful. I mean, there's flight, there's transformation. Here it says transformation is beautiful. So the transformation that you are going through around your career, around you embracing your power, embracing your passion, embracing what you desire to create, it is beautiful. But it is also going to be trying. I mean, you have the salamander here, which in alchemy is a sign of transformation. So the transformation is large, and you have here determination, and you have ferocity with the lions, and you guard yourself. So the transformation that you are going through in your career is beautiful. In your passion, in your creativity is beautiful. And it's something that is going to raise you to new heights. And as you are raised, you know the buffalo spirit is true. You know what it's saying is true. It says the abundant universe will provide. As you are raised, you cut through doubts and fears. You start to see that the abundant universe will provide. You're not held back anymore. You are actually set to fly as high as you want to. You know things. You're cutting through doubts and fears. You know truth. You know where it is that you want to stand. You know what it is that you're about. Your bounty, your insight into things. And this leads you to the dragonfly spirit, which says truth transcends illusion. And it's the illusion that you are holding on to, the illusion of I can't, or the illusion that I'll never be able to recreate my childhood. If you had a good childhood, that's a thing of sorrow. If you had a bad childhood, or it could be somewhere in between, it's like the negative things that were spoken over you, those you believed. It's kind of like you are healing from pain. It's not kind of like you are healing from pains that molded you since you were little. And whether it's a fear of not being able to create a life that your parents created that was really great, or having the negativity in you that people spoke over you, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't possibly be successful. I was told that I was an idiot when I was 8 years old, and if I was an idiot at 8, I'm definitely an idiot now. No, look at yourself flying. Look at yourself. Look at all that you have done. Even if you don't think it's anything big, even if you don't think it's a big deal at all, you have achieved something magnificent by getting this far in your life. And now you start to remember your childhood dreams and the illusion of the, it's not the illusion of fear, but it's the illusion that the power of that fear has over you starts to fall away. And you start to claim your dreams. This leads you to the dove of spirit. This leads you to being at peace. And that peace brings tremendous change within your career, within your creativity, within the way that you want to move forward within life. And this leads you to the swan spirit, which says, time for a deep dive. It's time to take this knowledge and this understanding and to dive deeply into what it is that you want and the place that you want to be, and emotionally saying, I'm ready for this. The coyote spirit says, trust the divine detours. So as you're looking at things and you see the winding waters, and you see, how you can travel on land and how you can travel at the sea, and you're looking at the paths and when will your ships come in return, how will you keep on moving forward, trust in the detours. You are on fire during this time. You are driven, you are determined, you have energy flowing through you that is massively, bountiful for you. So trust the divine detours. Trust everything that you have been through was not for naught. Was part of the bigger plan, and is moving you to where you need to be. Because as you see that, you have the panther spirit come in, and this says, reclaim your power. Reclaim your power as other people start to see your brilliance. But you don't need other people to see your brilliance. You see it yourself. And I'm seeing this as wings right here. And as he hangs upside down, he has his wings too. And as you turn right side up, you have your wings. You do see things differently than everybody else. Do not forget that is the power that gives you wings. All right? Now that you have people understanding and seeing along with you, those wings help you transform. Those wings help you rise even higher. But you reclaim, because you are reclaiming your power, because you're saying, this is my truth, this is where I stand, and this is who I am. I have every right to rise. And then you have the lion spirit, which says, be generous of spirit. Be generous of spirit as you obtain your prosperity, as you obtain your bounty, as you obtain what your heart desires. This leads you to trusting in the divine detours and knowing that the abundant universe provides for you. Then you move to the dolphin spirit, which says this and that are true. With the high priestess, with the veil being lifted from your eyes, you see that the lies hold truths, and you see that the truth holds brilliance. And you can see how people can walk in ignorance and be okay with that. But you are choosing a path much more intense and much more brilliant for you as you walk with the high priestess, as you embrace this knowledge, and as you embrace this understanding. You claim a power that was once forgotten. This leads you to the horse spirit. This leads you to freedom. As you set firm boundaries, as you accept your prosperity, as you have this give and take in relationships with work and with money, where it's like, okay, but this is a business and this is what needs to be done, and you hold your ground and you hold your truth, but you also have this caring, giving, beautiful nature to you. This then leads you to being at peace because you know the abundant universe provides. Your subconscious message for this reading from your spirit animal cards is the parrot spirit. Watch your words. What you say becomes your reality. What you speak into existence becomes part of existence, and it becomes part of your truth. So watch your words. Be very mindful of what you are manifesting within your life, because again, the energy around you for this manifestation of greatness, for this manifestation of power and prosperity within your career, within your on this path is just amazing. It's brilliant. And all the cards are dancing. Oh goodness. All right, so let's see your chakra subconscious message. And this is inspiration. This is the sacral chakra, and you are completely and utterly inspired. Just completely and utterly inspired. All right? This is karmic patterns becoming clear to you. This is you embracing the sensuality of life. This is passion driving you. And you are completely inspired. This then leads you to your botanical oracle cards, which says preserve. You are preserving the energy that is flowing through you. You are preserving the brilliance that you are a part of. You are preserving your truth, and you are living it. Which leads you to your subconscious message for this whole entire reading, which is the Six of Swords. Now, you have 3 sixes, which I did have one watcher point out that 666 is not the best of numbers. But yes, okay, so it is the number of the beast, but you can be a beast at things. You can just be so absolutely assured and conquering, and just, you make people quake in their boots kind of mentality that's going on here is what I see. I don't believe that this is a calling to the devil, and even if it is the calling to the devil, it's the calling to, facing the fears of breaking the chains, of knowing what you desire and the way you want to move forward. And with the Six of Swords, you're taking all your knowledge, all your understanding, and you are moving towards your goals. You're moving towards the place that you want to be, towards the place that you need to be. And yes, you might be looking back, you might be thinking, ooh, what the heck am I doing? But you got to move forward. You have to move forward. As you move forward, you claim a truth, and you claim a power of mind and understanding that seemed to be out of reach before. But as you claim it, you live it. And you are just so brave right now. And this is the time to go after what you desire. The repeat of the number 6 talks about 3 times, says that that divinity is nurturing you and guiding you and helping you to move forward. All right, Scorpio, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. It was a pleasure bringing you this message from Spirit, and I love you all. Bye.